What's going on, guys? Boosted here, bringing you another war recap from Ohiowhthse. This last war was against MidwestClashers, another level 9 clan. They brought some skills on this war. This was a little tough for us. It definitely wasn't a walk in the park like some of the last mismatches we've had. We had a lot of cleanup attacks on this war. We had one Town Hall 8 that kind of gave us a little bit of fit. I'll show you a little bit about that. We had a lot of good solid 6-star players this war as well. Couple attacks I want to show from this one. There's a guy that was using 8 quakes, which is awesome. It's kind of silly, but with a lot of our guys had to step down, do some cleanup attacks, and when you get a good down level, it's really kind of fun because you can try some different things and see what else works for you, what doesn't work for you. Looking at some of the war stats here, just to kind of start this off. It looks like we had a full 30 attack war, so everybody got a piece. We had 13 3 stars to their 8, 2 to 7 on the 2 stars. You got to put up the 3s if you're gonna pull off a victory. You got to put up 3 stars. The score here was 43 to 38. It's a pretty close war, and we had a lot of dip downs. We had a lot of cleanups, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. But you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get the W. On our side of things, we had a lot of solid players. The Coquette, she brought in 6 stars for us. I do a cleanup on that second attack. Koyan pulled in 6 stars. Again, had to clean up on the second attack. Iomi cleaned up on that second attack. That second attack was crucial on number 14. That was good stuff. And that's kind of what I wanted to show before we get into some of the replays. But on the other side of their squad, their number 14. It's a simple Town Hall 8 base, but it just didn't want to fall. We had to hit it 6 times. And it just was the luck of the draw. A couple really high percentages on that base. It just really didn't go so well for us. You know, sometimes the AI works for you, sometimes it doesn't, and this time it just didn't. So, but we eventually cleaned it up, came out victorious, 43-38. And we're going to jump into some of these recaps. We're going to start on number 9. That's going to be the Joker. She is bringing a Valk, basically I should say a Govo, Quad Quake in the core. Notices that this base has quite a centralized location for the walls, so drop your Quakes in there, leave the base open, and let your Valkyries run amok. And this is a good show of how strong these Valkyries are. So she brings her funnel on the corner, and when you build your funnel on the corner, you got to cast it wide. You got to get it really wide, so she throws the wizards out there because she doesn't want her Valkyries running. She drops them a little early, trying to breadcrumb them, which is cool, but that builder's hut's too far away, so they don't get attracted to that. So now they're into the base. Rage kind of pushes the golems in to get the tanks out first. That's what you kind of want on a CC lure that is this deep. You want the CC troops to be attracted to the golems and not your Valkyries. Everything just kind of splits up now in the core, and everything's kind of running crazy. You got one balloon attracted to the golem. Your wizard's going to clean him up in the center. Queen's back there just kind of picking things off. There's a couple Valkyries on that queen because they get aggroed first. And then pretty much the rest of this inside is done. So now you're sitting at about 50% of the base. I like the heal spell there in the core to get those last 2 wizards and those golemites to knock down those 2 Teslas because those really will affect at the end of the raid. Queen is stuck over here banging on the wall. I just sometimes when the Queen AI just gets you like this, it is super frustrating because right now at this part of the raid, the Joker's like, dude, I need the Queen. I really need the Queen. What are you doing? And she's way over here at the 9 o'clock just banging away. Now she's finally through. The Golem's finally through the wall. You got a handful of Valkyries left. Queen comes around the wall, and now at this point, it's just left up to these Valkyries, this one unburst Golem and the Queen. She's got 2 pretty large sections to go. Still has the Queen ability. Valkyries, of course, do what they usually do. Break through the wall, go to the outside. Thanks, crew. That's awesome. Golem gets through. As long as the Golem stays out front of this, she's going to be just fine. But that's where it needs to really happen, because if the Golem doesn't get through, all the defense is going to start shooting the Valkyries, shooting the Queen. Again, busting the wall. Come on, Queen. Dang. Golem's now busted. Valkyries break through. Only just a couple left. Not many. I mean, you see, this is where it comes down to heroes. I know 4 or 5 replays ago, I mentioned one of Coquette's replays about the strength of your heroes. This is another strength of your heroes party. Queen is left. One Valkyrie left. Pops the ability. Just a few left in this quadrant. Valkyrie helps go through the wall. Golem's still stuck up there with the lone wizard. 3 buildings left. Times 2 it. Just pulling it through. 1 Valk, 1 wizard, and the Queen. just enough. But that's a good show of the strength of these Valkyries, you know, to live through the entire raid. That's really cool. Joker, good hit. Good job. Okay, we're going to move on to number 6. Number 6 is going to be Koyan. Koyan brings a bit of a go-va-ho, and this doesn't quite go to plan. And this is another one of those attacks where you really have to focus and stick to the plan and have faith in your troops and really understand that this is going to work. So he casts the funnel pretty wide. Loon comes out. Queen's getting kind of crazy in there. She's like, I don't know what's going on. She's popped behind a couple walls. Queen comes down. Wall breakers go straight. Queen's going to take care of the CC. Poison to slow him down, and all the Valkyries turn. All of them. The hole is there, but he doesn't get the funnel made in time, so he loses 80% of his Valkyries to the walk. They just take a hike. So he's like, crap. And then at this point, if you kind of look what's going on, he sprinkles in the hogs up top. He's kind of got the king going in the center. The golem's going in the center. Queen takes a walk for him as well. Let me quit moving this around. You guys see what's going on. Hogs are coming in. King's in the core. Double Tesla, triple Tesla. King's in there. Like whatever's in the core right now is just going to get slaughtered. There's just way too much DPS in there. The Valkyries are still walking around. The hogs are coming around. He's got just a couple lone Valkyries in there. He dropped some spells to kind of help him out. He's sticking to the plan. Get your hogs in. Follow the hogs with the heals. Stick to the plan. He can't do anything about his Valkyries right now. There's a couple in the core. There's a couple on the outside. He can't focus on that. He has got to focus on his hogs because that's part of the kill squad. Hogs are down, and before you know it, the base is pretty much done. The Queen's still there. He's got a couple hogs left. There's just some cleanup left. Just breathe. I know this raid did not go well, Koyan. I know it did not. But good job. Good job, man, sticking to the plan. We're going to ×2 the cleanup, lose his last couple Valkyries in the core to a spring trap, and it's over. And I really like showing when raids go well, because you can tell it went to plan. But sometimes when you go in and it doesn't work, you just got to breathe. Just breathe. It's going to be okay. All right, then we're going to move on to number 3. This is Goat. This is a bully attack. So, like I mentioned before, we had some cleanup needs. We also had a Town Hall advantage, a Town Hall 10 advantage on this war, if my memory serves me right. So we had our 10s coming down, hit the 9s, and he brings 8 Quakes. And this is a style of a max attack where you use the max power of your troops without the assistance of too many spells, because if you see after the 8 Quakes, he's only left with 1 Rage and 1 Heal. He's got some pretty high level heroes as well, but watch how much this base gets opened up. And that's where Goat and these 8 Quakes come out really well, because he'll do this to you. If you bring a base that's kind of compartmentalized pretty well, he'll bring 8 Quakes and open it up and just run a bunch of Valkyries in there. He's going to get you. And that's what he does here. Like clockwork, 8 Quakes down, boom. Roughly, I'd give it 60% of the base is wide open. Drops the rocks, gets a couple wizards on the outside, creates his funnel, uses them very sparingly so that he doesn't have to waste too much. CC comes out. You don't have the camp space or for a poison on this because you're bringing 8 Quakes. So you really need to make sure you get the golems in first before your heroes, so your Queen can mop up the CC. Valkyries go in, drops the rage, drops the heal. I mean, there's only 2 spells he's got. His Valks go up, his Valks go in the core, takes care of the king, takes care of the queen. Golem split and 1 goes down, so that's a good tank. And you know, I know this is a bully attack because this is a 10 dipping down on a 9, but it's still fun. And if you can 8 Quake something like this, yeah, it's cool. It's nice. He's got a patch of Valkyries up top at 12 o'clock doing cleanup. Drops a cleanup whiz at 3, cleanup whiz at 4. The Valkyries kind of running around the base. Queen's at the bottom. Golem's tanking. He just ×2 it from here because it's over. Last bit of wall breakers in to let his Valkyries in. He's got probably 10, 12 Valkyries left. Base doesn't stand a chance. 8 Quakes for the win. Open that base up, run through it. Good job, Goat. Keep up the good work, man. Next one we're going to show is number 2. This was another dip down from Harvey, but he did something really cool with his free spell. And if you can get away with this, if you have the abilities and the targeting where you can plan for your free spells, watch what he does. 22 Valks. Sorry guys, 22 Valks, 2 healers, salute ton of wizards, and 22 Valks just don't stand a chance. I mean, you got a base coming at 22 Valks coming at you. It's nuts. Walls are opened up now. He does lose a patch to the walk. You got to get that funnel wider if you're going to be using Valks. CC comes out, and there's the freeze. Check that out. Catches CC, catches the queen, all of it under the freeze spell. Awesome. His Valkyries move, his golems move, gives him time for his queen to get in there, lets him soak up the poison spell so that they die, dragons down, and CC's gone. Thank you, have a nice day. Heal spell on the back end to receive the Valks. They're still up and running. His outside Valks running cleanup. So it's history. Got the two healers in there. They're getting chewed up by the AD though. That's kind of sad. I wanted to see them live, but it's okay. Over there at 10 o'clock, you got one archer tower left. The Valkyrie's going to take care of it. Got an archer over there at 2 o'clock. King's still banging on the wall. Queen's over here taking care of something at 4 o'clock. And it's just cleanup time from here. It's over. I love those bully attacks, especially when you can come off with something cool like that. ×2 at this point. It's cleanup Valkyries. Yes, the cleanup Valkyries. Awesome. It's good times. Harvey, good job, man. I know it's fun hitting small bases from time to time, so I keep bringing up the cool stuff, and we'll keep these recaps going. I'd like just to kind of finish up. You know, this was a pretty challenging war. It definitely wasn't just a laydown for the MidwestClashers. You guys did a pretty good job. The base designs are pretty cool. They came at us a little bit. You know, they 2-starred our 10s, dropped a couple 1-stars on the 9s. You know, and that's kind of what did it for them. You know, you've got to hit the 9s. You've got to take care of 2-star the 10s. So solid effort by MidwestClashers. I want to tip my hat to you guys. Good job. And I look forward to the next recap. Peace.